back, BI, and it seems like you're still not quite in that rhythm you were in before the Achilles injury. What do you think is going to get you over the hump and get you back into that type of shooting shape?
Just continue to work, continue to stay in the gym, continue to stay encouraged, especially by all these missed shots and me being out of rhythm. It's only encouragement for me to continue to be in the gym and go back and try to fix everything that's been going on.
When you don't get foul calls like that, obviously don't want to cost you any money, but how frustrating does it get out there for you when other players on other teams are?
It's frustrating, but it's the game of basketball. It was the heat of the moment for me tonight, getting a technical foul after a couple missed calls. But I got to take in that the referees are human too. They don't see everything on the basketball floor, and they can't make the correct call every single time down the basketball floor. So I could just continue to go hard, continue to get to the basket, and continue to play my game and try to make the best of it for me.
Is it sore at all? Like, is it bothering you, the Achilles?
No, it's actually been better and better since I've been back. It felt really, really good tonight. I was able to push it a little bit more. So continue to see how I feel and see how I can push it.
Willie mentioned the offense you guys at Phoenix run is pretty similar. Just seeing, like, I guess how Phoenix executes. Like, what things do they do well to just make that thing hum, kind of?
Well, when you have good players and a team of their build, you're able to find different options out of their offense, and whatever they saw a hole in, they kind of attacked it, especially with CP3 at the head of everything. They played out a lot of actions that we ran, but they had a little bit better execution, and they made more shots than us tonight.
For you, do you feel like it's a matter of, you're getting the shots you want and they're just not falling, or do you think you're just not getting to the spots you want to get to right now?
Well, it's just about getting back into that groove, being aggressive early on, making some of my decisions a little bit faster, and recognizing the defense and how they're guarding me. Some nights it's 2 or 3, some nights it's a one-on-one matchup, some nights they're leaving guys open on the perimeter. So just trying to figure out how I can adjust real fast in the game and manipulate them.
Just these past 2 games going against, 2 of the top teams in the West, what are you kind of seeing from the team offensively as far as what you got to do to compete against, teams at that level?
Well, we got to continue to execute. Those 2 teams that we played in the last 2 days are teams that execute through the whole 24 shot clock. And they just pick you apart, especially with the point guards they have, Mike Conley and CP3. They're very smart, and they're also surrounded by shooters where if you make one little mistake, then they can go to a wing and go to a corner. And we just have to stay locked in our execution and our game plan and continue to follow it and be really, really aggressive on the offensive end and follow whatever Willie draws out on the board.
In these last 2 games, big test for you guys. You got another one coming up against Golden State. Just how do you think y'all have held up, against those 2 elite teams?
We've been in the ball game, a few more stops, a few more made shots, then we get over the hump. Of course, making more free throws too, but we've been in the game. We've executed our stuff. It's just about us preparing a little bit better, preparing more. We haven't had time to get on the floor together. So maybe we can get back and prepare and be better for these games.
Brandon, whether it's been after a win or a loss, Willie often talks about how he likes how you guys competed on any given night, like you did tonight. I mean, you guys were within, I think, 2 points, middle of the 4th after getting down big. What do you think of the competitive fire on this team, and how does it compare in your 6th season to other teams?
It's always at the right time. I think this team is just youth, and every guy across the board wants to do something right. No matter how it looks, somebody wants to do something on the floor to win the basketball game, and we got we have a lot of young guys that haven't played the NBA game for a long time, and they just continue to figure out different ways every single night to try to win. And with film, it gets better. With going through failure, it gets better. And I'm encouraged by how every guy comes back every single night and does something different and does something better.
Go to Andrew Lopez on Zoom.
Hey, Brandon. You kind of going back to Christian's point, obviously they're running a lot of the same stuff that you guys are, but just on the flip side, how difficult is that, one, to defend, and then for them to kind of know what you're trying to do? It seems like at every point, just how difficult did that make it tonight?
It's difficult to defend any offense when they run pace, and guys are setting screens, guys are rolling to the basket. The spacing on the basketball floor. Any defense is hard to guard, and they definitely had shooters on the wing that when they caught it, they was able to knock it down, or they was able to drive it again and get a better shot. It's hard to defend, and I think with offenses like that, you kind of have to defend with physicality.
Thanks, P. I appreciate it.
Yeah.